Good morning, everybody. Welcome to episode 15 of Let's Draw on Something after a 2-week hiatus. This is Craig L. Smith II, born and raised in the 901. Let me correct myself. Born and raised in 773, relocated to the 901, and may have to find a new zip code in 256. I'm joined with my co-host, Jimmy JSmoove, courtesy from the Jimmy JSmoove Network. He represents 832. Y'all know how you do. If y'all don't, y'all better holler for Tita to get a clue. Today, we're going to talk about NBA free agency, the latest happenings. NFL coaches want to bite off on Lincoln Riley and his Oklahoma offense. I'm also going to shed light on this Jameis Winston situation. And I really have some things I have to say about that, and along with Jimmy JSmoove, and the aftermath from my trip to Southaven that led into disaster, but it was also the prelude to something that I will talk to Jimmy JSmoove about on a later live feed on his platform. So without further ado, what's going on, Jimmy?
What's popping and what's dropping, man? Your boy live and direct and full effect. And my birthday just came up. I really appreciate all the hundreds of happy birthday wishes and stuff like that. I typically get about 100 to about 300 happy birthday wishes. I appreciate that birthday wish you wish me. I got a little drunk last night. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go to the club next week. You know what I'm saying? So my boy gave me a heads up. He was like, "Hey, hold on off on that," and for good reason, because hell, we got a lot of work this week. You know, I was working 13 hours for like shit, 4 days straight.
Damn, dude.
I couldn't catch the bus. I couldn't typically catch the bus. So what I had to do is I had to either take Uber all the way to work or halfway to work. You know what I'm saying? Because the bus that takes me to work, it's like maybe shit five blocks down off of Gessner.
Damn. Oh, okay.
You know, that bus, I'm straight there. So it was just that hectic. You know what I'm saying? But I want to get to the point, and as well as my people in the LDBC, not a direct member of the LDBC. You know what I'm saying? Of course, Ticket TV is a part of the LDBC, along with Black Fight Fan and Coach. They're part of that particular organization. But I'm not directly, but I link to them. But I'm linked to them, as far as as an associated member. But I want to get to the point to where all of us getting residuals off YouTube, and we can just sit on our ass and report the news and call the fuck shit out, because that's what we need to start doing as new media. You know what I'm saying? No matter who you are, whether you're Dante's Boxing Nation or host of other YouTube pages, you are new media. YouTube, this is what it is. YouTube. You know what I'm saying? We get on the screen, we do what we do. You know what I'm saying? And call out the BS for what it is. And there's a lot of channels that are being successful calling out real news, because it's not really real news anymore. With ESPN is bought and paid for. Fox Sports 1 is bought and paid for. A host of other sports channels are bought and paid for. Now, every once in a while, they'll get it right. Like the NBA, ESPN is best in the NBA, NFL, those little bullshit sports. But when it comes to boxing and other sports, you know what I'm saying, they could be a little biased. And they can still be biased in other major team sports as well. You know what I'm saying? But in terms of...
Let me interject with you on something like that. I think Fox Sports, even though I don't care too much for Fox News, now Fox Sports, man, I'm gonna tell you, they bring it with that product, man, because they show UFC, racing, World Cup, and boxing. So I mean, and I don't know in case you know it, WWE and Fox Sports have agreed to a $1 billion TV deal that doesn't kick into effect until next year. So I'm not a fan of the WWE product anymore, but after looking at some little things and reading and hearing people on all these podcasts stuff talk about how stale that WWE's product is, you know, they're gonna have to step up on the ball, man. I mean, you can't continue to be stale, and then if you know your product's stale, why you study producing that stale shit? But you can't be a stale company putting out a stale product, and you got this $1 billion deal set on the table with your hand, and John Hancock ain't fully dry on that sucker yet. That starts next year. See, Fox Sports got a right to pull out in that shit. I mean, because anytime when NBC basically told you, man, fuck y'all shit too stale. We don't want y'all programming. what they tell you. I mean, it's like if somebody tell you, Jimmy JSmoove, man, your Jimmy JSmoove your videos have been stale. You think you're gonna sign you on for a network? Are you gonna continue to be stale? No, you're gonna step your shit up.
I agree.
You know?
I agree.
So
But but the point I'm making though, it's important for us to report real news from, especially from our perspective, because our perspective, I think, especially on YouTube, is more accurate than the traditional news. And believe it or not, the traditional news is, slowly going out of style. And they're going to have to
right.
start hiring people from YouTube or having independent contractors from YouTube to people that can work every day, that can do what the hell we want. Because the thing is, like, it's a dude named Steve Kim, and he's a boxing writer for, I want to say Golden Boy slash boxing thing. And I'm not trying to jump on the boxing thing, but I have to call this out for what it is. I call him Lil Kim because he's bought and paid for by Golden Boy Promotions. But bitches
Mm-hmm.
like that, that's the reason why old media is going out of style, because he wrote a hit piece on my brothers from the LDVC. And
Right.
he was saying some real inflammatory comments and shit like that. And motherfuckers like that, you can't trust that motherfucker because he bought it fucking paid for. You bought it fucking paid for. You got to do what Massa Oscar De La Hoya, and I've done several videos about his punk ass. Great fighter, but he's a punk motherfucker. You know,
I heard.
the dude is bought and paid for by a motherfucker that's verified. This is verified. This ain't nothing I'm pulling out of my ass. This is Oscar De La Hoya has had documentation of him putting kitchen utensils up his ass. This is documented. I'm not making this shit up.
Mm-hmm.
There's plenty of articles, and this motherfucker, is gonna do a hit piece about the LDVC. Bitch, get out of here. You bought and paid for it. Ain't nobody trying to listen to what
Mm-hmm.
Lil Kim trying to say. You know what I'm saying? This Kim Jong Il with an Afro looking ass motherfucker. I can't stand motherfuckers like this. So this is why I do YouTube. Because I
Right.
know eventually the money gonna come, and I know eventually the money gonna come for you. But I want to get you and my other brothers, especially the small channels, to the point to where we making residuals, brother.
Okay.
'Cause I mean, it's all about independence, man. If we can get everybody independent, man, and doing what we doing, going out to boxing matches, going out to sporting events, and reporting the news like it should be, you know what I'm
Mm.
saying? We're gonna be all right. So I just wanted to put that out there, man. I know I'm a little long-winded with the particular opening presentation of the show, but hey, I just wanted to let you know about that, man.
Mm-hmm. And this speaking of news, this just in. Well, this came out yesterday, but was just posted up on Google today. Uh, as NFL fans know, Jameis Winston, and you got a slave when you got a last name Winston. That's a slave name, in my opinion. He was on the news about he suspended 3 games for the inappropriate for the sexual conduct to that Uber driver, and he released a statement that basically rubbed people the wrong way. And for all my followers, along with Jimmy JSmoove's followers, searching YouTube, Dan Patrick Jameis Winston, and Dan Patrick gave the best opinion, and he broke down that statement in so many words by saying that Jameis Winston is basically a fuckboy that's still gonna continue to do what the fuck he wants to do, whether you like it or not.
Well, here's the thing. What was the statement? What did the statement consist of? And did he admit
What?
to any guilt? That's what we
No,
need to
he
know.
didn't. Well, to make a long story short, he didn't admit to any guilt. He said some shit about some. He said that he was sorry for the position that he put the Uber driver in. As far as this goes, saying that he was disappointed, and then he turned around and said he disappointed. And see, that's what kills me, man. I tweeted about James Winston when I said, "Look, if you say you're a man, speak from the fucking heart. Don't be having no fucking prepared statement all the time. You gotta have prepared statements and shit. And when a motherfucker break it down, it ain't doing you any good." Okay, he basically said that he's sorry that he put her in the position that he put her in and all this shit. Here it is, and I quote: "First and foremost, I would like to say I'm sorry to the Uber driver for the position I put you in. It is uncharacteristic of me, and I genuinely apologize. Okay, in the past 2.5 years, my life has been filled with experiences, opportunities, excuse me, and events that have helped me grow, mature, and learn, including the fact that I have eliminated alcohol from my life. Okay, well, let me say this here. First of all, alcohol will make you drunk, and alcohol sometimes make you do stupid shit. But let me tell you something. I'll admit, I grew up the woman, but it was somebody who I was with, and alcohol didn't have nothing to do with it. So he might as well just lead and just not say alcohol. Don't blame it on alcohol. No, then you blame it on yourself. Then Jimmy, he said that I would like to say that I'm sorry to the Uber driver for the position I put you in. It is uncharacteristic of me, and I genuinely apologize. Okay, uncharacteristic. This is the same guy that basically did the same thing to a young lady at Florida State. And they settled it in it. Okay, hold on. And then
the same thing is a totally different thing, man. I have to correct you on that. That was a whole nother situation. Whereas he had a girlfriend, and the girl got mad at him because he wasn't trying to fuck with her. That's a whole nother avenue right there. Whereas the Uber driver, and this is the double standard that pisses me off. When a guy gets drunk, you know what I'm saying? He knows what he's doing. When a woman gets drunk, okay, she's vulnerable as hell. That's almost like, I mean, the guy, you know what? It sounds like he did something, but I don't think there's intent for him to try to do nothing like that. Yeah. But it's almost like a double standard when it comes to men and women drinking and stuff like that. Because when a person drinks, the food comes out of somebody. Yeah. But I don't think that was an intentional thing and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that was intentional. And then the NFL's talking about, well, if he does something again, we're going to suspend him. You know what I'm saying? Okay, well, why haven't you suspend Ben Roethlisberger for all the rape cases that he had?
Thank you.
Why haven't you suspend all the other white athletes that do fuck shit all the time, and you sweep it under the media sweeps it under the rug? This is what I'm talking about. I'm talking about when old media always be on that fuck shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Yep. Then these motherfuckers got the nerve to talk shit about Jameis Winston. Okay, with the Florida State thing, I give them the benefit of the doubt. Okay, in this situation, it sounds like something kind of janky. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, and see, they hurried up and they swept that incident under the rug by paying the girl off.
Well, with Florida State, you talking about he paid off the girl at Florida State or paid off the Uber driver?
The girl at Florida State, no, because I pulled up her statement, the Uber driver statement right here, but no, they paid the girl off. They paid her. They gave her a nice settlement. They gave her a nice settlement, man. They gave her a nice.
They gave her a nice settlement, but the girls, if you look at the details of the Florida State thing, there are some very janky shit going on with that.
Yeah.
See, if the thing about it is, it's easy for these white women, and not just white women, women in general, to accuse you of sexual misconduct. It's easy for that to happen. If it happens once, if somebody wrongfully accuse you of something once, it's easy for somebody else to go back, especially as a black man. Whereas a white dude, he can get all types of accusations. Shout out to Harvey Weinstein. Him and his fuck shit ass brother been having sexual misconduct accusation for years, and not a goddamn thing was said about it until he got caught red-handed. And I'm gonna give y'all black men out here a word of advice, because white dudes, they got privilege, and I'm just gonna put it out there. Fuck it, you got privilege, but black men, start recording every fucking thing that goes on. Have to record shit. Hell, if I feel like I'm in a crazy position, I start recording shit. I don't give a fuck where the fuck I'm at, because
and that goes with me. I don't give a fuck if I'm at home. Oh, I'm gonna activate that. I'm gonna activate the phone, the record on my phone, or the video recorder. That way you can't have no preconceived, pre-programmed bullshit ass lie to tell somebody, and I got your ass on film.
You know, and with the thing is, Jameis Winston got to think smarter. Start recording shit. You've already got caught with. You've already got accused of something once. this is a little two-headed sword. I don't, and a lot of times black athletes apologize for shit, and they really didn't do nothing. They be like, a lot of times their advisors or lawyers or agents or people that represent the team be like, well, hey, we need you to come apologize and shit like that. So, and realistically, I don't know what the fuck going on. But my thing is, black men, famous, you know what I'm saying? From famous James to famous Amos. Start recording shit around you. When you get around these white folks, when you get around anybody, if you feel like you're in a situation that's going to compromise your integrity, that's going to compromise your reputation, start recording shit.
Yeah.
Don't take no fucking chances. I have a roommate in here. I'm not going to say his name out here. He knows who the fuck he is. My roommate has had at least grounds for 5 lawsuits, and, you know, he hasn't taken advantage of it. And that's, you know, and I told him this. I'm like, dude, you could have easily filed a lawsuit because he's been fired 3 times. But you know what I'm saying? It's under fuck shit circumstances. And then he's had people on the phone say some compromising situations, compromising things over the phone, to where this dude could have easily got a little 500, you know, $2 million settlement bonds, man. So guys, start recording shit. Start recording shit. When you get around these white women, don't be. And like I say, I'm not the PP patrol, but damn, when you get around these white women smiling in your face and all this shit, start recording this shit. Even if the woman is just genuine and all that, start recording just in case this motherfucker come back and say, "Oh, this nigger touched my booty. This nigger touched my titties." You need to have some recording. Okay, show me on this recording where I touched you. There's nothing you said. There's nothing that went down that inappropriately. Start recording shit. And then that way you can get a grounds for a lawsuit popping. Okay, and that way you can get a gag order. In some states, if you file a false police report, I don't know these states are, but in certain states, if you file a false police report, that's grounds for going to jail. You know, it's a few of them, but I don't know them off the top of my head. So you need to start getting a lawyer. When these people start coming forward talking about, well, this happened and that happened. Okay, show me where this happened at. Where on this recording that I touched you on? That you know, the truth and the camera and the record button stops all lies. It stops all lies. So guys, protect yourself at all times. With James Winston got to stop being on this dumb shit. But at the same time, he needs to protect himself as well. I'm not going to go too far in on him because I know what can happen as a black man. I know it can happen. Look at the Bill Cosby situation. The Bill Cosby situation was very janky. That was very racially motivated. And you know, how the fuck a guy's a rapist when a bitch gave this nigga a gift, came back several times and gave Bill Cosby a gift, and then asked for tickets for his stand-up comedy. But this man is convicted of rape. The fuck out of here with that shit.
That is kind of janky. So there was more in the Winston statement that I was going to read, but I'm not. But here is the Uber girl statement. She said, "I'm glad to see," and I quote, "I am glad to see the NFL discipline Jameis Winston. I do appreciate his apology, even if it needs some work. I would like to publicly acknowledge the NFL investigators, particularly Lisa Friel and John Nattarelli, for their kind, professional, and thorough investigation. My experience should highlight the importance of believing women when they had the courage to come forward about sexual assault. Perhaps that night could have been prevented if others had been believed before me. Mr. Winston once said," and I quote, he did say this shit because he told some little kids this quote: "Girls should be silent, polite, and gentle." I disagree. Then she ended off with #MeToo.
Yeah, so that's an agenda right there. That's what I'm talking about. When a motherfucker start putting that Me Too shit on, I have a problem with that because that Me Too is clearly fucking racist. That shit right there is
hold on. Now, it's two sides of the statement. Now, that first part, she said his apology does need some work. Yeah, it does. It really does. Because see, the first time he apologized, look what the fuck he did. He went right back doing the same fucking thing. But like you said, that #MeToo shit, that's a motivation right there, hitting the gym. We ain't saying that the girl is racist or anything. We don't know. Excuse me. But I mean, she didn't have to end it off like that. She should have just said, "I disagree," and then left it alone. She shouldn't have #MeToo.
So I'm very suspicious of that. I'm very
Mm-hmm.
suspicious of that. If he did something wrong, okay, he needs to be 4 game suspension. But I know
3.
game. If you ever read the book, what was that book I told you about? I forget. I be having so much shit. The $40 million slave. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That goes into that right there. That goes a lot into that. How they make a lot of these athletes bow down and apologize and shit like that. So I'm very suspicious of that. I'm not going to sit up here and be too critical. Other than Jameis Winston need to protect himself. Treat going outside, treat stepping out of your house like boxing. The moment you step out the moment you step out your house, anything can happen, and a person can accuse you of anything, especially you a black man. So that's why you need to have the mentality protect yourself at all times. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying you got to go around brandishing your weapon and all that, but be prepared for anything that could possibly happen. You know what I'm saying? Have that record button on. If you got a gun permit, have that thing ready. You know what I'm saying? In case
Mm-hmm.
something goes down. You know what I'm saying? Have your mace ready just in case something goes down. Have a stick ready just in case something could go down. You know what I'm saying? Because we living in a time where a person can accuse you of anything. And like I say, I'm very suspicious of that Me Too shit. Because who the
Yeah.
people, Me Too people going after? Black men. 90% of the time, they'll throw a few token white dudes on there and shit like that. But they it's here's the thing. More white men. If you look at the sexual crimes that happen, sexual misconduct crimes happen in this country. 80% of the sexual misconduct crimes that happen in this country are
Mm-hmm.
white men. This ain't nothing I'm saying. This is what the Center for Rape Control, Center for Rape Victims of Women who are victims of rape says. This is what they say. This ain't nothing I'm pulling out of my ass. This is what they say. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? Black women are 80% most likely to be raped because there's not a lot of male guidance out there. But most of the people who are rape victims are white women.
That's
You know what
true.
I'm saying? And white men commit damn near all those fucking crimes. So you know what I'm saying? If that's the case, you need to be going after those motherfuckers that got the privilege and who has the means to beat cases and shit like that. With the Harvey Weinstein situation, they handling this dude with kid gloves over here. They handling that dude with kid gloves and a host of other guys who've been accused of sexual misconduct and shit like that. They handling Kevin Spacey bitch ass with his dick in the booty ass with kid
Hey,
gloves.
talking about you
You
said
know,
Kevin Spacey.
Kevin open booty spaces. Yeah, that
Well,
motherfucker.
and well, let's also add on there that he's racist as hell too, because the stuff that I read about him, man, I don't see how the fuck that nigga. I don't see how the fuck he able to get an acting job.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
I mean and then because like what to say, I remember what one of the guys said was because said he had his own private security and shit. And he said, and dude looked down when the agent introduced to the security team. He said something about, I don't want no niggas being my security team. I was like, and the dude said, okay, well, hey, by right, we put money down deposit, give me my money back, and we take our business elsewhere. So, oh boy, man, and dude was smart. He made it be known that hey, this mother, Kevin Spacey is a fucking racist, and it's acknowledged. And he said, and one guy said he's at a New York restaurant. He worked at a New York restaurant. This is a white dude. Said Kevin Spacey ordered. Uh, he said it was Kevin Spacey and somebody else, and said that they ordered a shitload of food. It was about like 100. It came out to about it had like a $200 tab, right?
mm-hmm.
$200 tab, and I don't know what the percentage is of the tip. So Kevin Spacey didn't even need to do the tip. Nothing. I think that's fucked up.
Yeah. And let me also say this because I've been on both sides of being the victims. I've had female family members who are victims of rape, and I've also had male family members, particularly my late uncle, accused of a crime that he did not commit. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I'm saying? I've had family members who've been on both sides of that thing. Let me speak from the position of a woman who's a victim of rape. if you've been groped or sexually had sexual misconduct did to you, speak out on it. And I say the same thing to women out here who feels like their womanhood is in jeopardy, their vulnerability is in jeopardy. Well, start recording shit. You know what I'm saying? Start recording shit too, women. If you feel like you're gonna be a victim or whatever, and protect yourself too. Enroll in martial art class. Enroll in gun training. And get your gun permit and shit like that. You know, have a can of mace or whatever, just in case you feel like a motherfucker gonna do some shit. Trust me, mace get the job done. I know for a fact. So, you know, as a woman, protect yourself as well. I'm not saying there is no reason why a man should sexually abuse or sexually commit sexual misconduct against any woman. I'm not for that. A guy should be prosecuted to the full extent of the law for all I care. You know what I'm saying? But my
Yeah,
thing is,
I agree.
on the flip side of that, especially with these Me Too trolls, because basically that's what they are, Me Too trolls. We saw that with the Cosby case. We saw that with a host of other cases. Do not, do not, uh, do not fuck over other women by coming up with these bogus ass rape accusations. You know what I'm saying? Uh, do not put a stain in somebody else's uh, victimhood by coming up with these bogus ass charges because of another man's color. That is fucked up, and you need to be prosecuted. You need to be prosecuted for years, and there needs to be more laws that target motherfuckers who do shit like this. If it's found that you're not a victim of rape and you falsely accuse a man of rape, you need to be prosecuted like rapists do, because that destroys the man's livelihood. You know, dudes getting football numbers when it comes to getting charged with rape who've been falsely accused. We see it all the time. Most of the people who've been falsely accused of rape is black men.
Yep.
You know, and even the website for women of rape and victimhood, some shit like that. I get the site mixed up, but please forgive me, guys. I know the site when I see it because it's bookmarked, but you know it's in my phone bookmarked. But they also verified that a lot of black men get falsely accused of rape as well, and I respect that particular website for that by acknowledging there's a lot of black men who get falsely accused. And if you a punk ass motherfucker who's doing that, because the thing is, it put a stain in my uncle's marriage. Now he was still married until he died, but it put a lot of stain in his marriage.
Right.
And I have regrets about my uncle because I didn't get to see him like I wanted to. No, not like my other uncle. You know what I'm saying? Who's in Atlanta, but that really when I went to the funeral, I really just lost it. You know what I'm saying? So it really that really affected him till his grave. And every time I think about it, it pissed me off. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I even had I'm not gonna say any names to protect their identity. I had a family that was raped by her stepfather, and when we found out about it, my mom's pops found out about it. Pops said he was driving his what was he doing? I think he was driving. He had a partner of his that we were staying in Chicago. He had a partner of his take him somewhere because we knew he was gonna. We knew because Pops had made his mission to go and get back at the dude, but I think a couple of days later somebody beat him too. I'm not gonna get into detail about it, but hey, I've had family. I had a family member that was raped. Hell, and I'm just gonna go ahead and say it here. I mean, one time, and I shared it on here. I never when I said something to when I told you about the young lady at FedEx who I said I made the sexual statement about that. Yeah, I was about to get thrown under the bus for saying I performed some sexual I did sexual harassment, sexual misconduct. Yeah, but what the fuck? And I told her, I just said, well, hey, you're gonna talk about then under the urging of another fucking co-worker, gonna tell you, yeah, go ahead and do it. But then she decided, said, no, I ain't gonna do that to him because he get ready to leave. So yeah, I mean, yeah, thank you for that. But you still would have fucked me up. You know, I told her this. She still want to fuck me. She still would have fucked me up. And this is a preacher's kid now.
Yeah.
And you know,
And the
you,
thing
you
is,
still, you know, and hey, and you know, some of these PKs, I'm not, some of them do have their head in the right direction, but some of them, man, they just as fucked up as anything can be. And then we're gonna get off this subject in a minute. Jimmy, why is it that the people that always be talking about they want to get into ministry and shit like that be the main ones that come home, got some and do and be main ones when they come home, they do some fuck shit?
because they think they can get away with it because their daddy or a person they're connected to is in ministry and stuff like that, and then they think they're above. They think they're above the law, for lack of a better term. So
Yeah,
that's
I
the
mean,
thing.
you're above and beyond. So, but other than that, man, I mean, hey, you know, everybody, we just saying this here, man. You know, guys and men and women there. You know, it's not just us. You know, not just black women and black men and black women. All colors. You need to heed our advice. Have that fucking record on, because you know, it's a good thing for, you know. Hey, we were blessed with social media like a motherfucker. Okay. Once you put something, once you put in, what's the old saying? Once it's put out there, it's out there. You ain't no way around that. You know, if you put it on video, you put it on record. Hey, ain't no way around it. Once it's out there, it's out there. I mean, that's it. There ain't no fucking and it's not a fucking invasion of privacy. It's just the fact that, hey, I ain't gonna sit up here and I ain't gonna sit up here and let you talk crazy to me or accuse me of something I didn't fucking do. But you know, you got some and here's another little side note. At myself and Jimmy McWright's former place of employment, them motherfuckers, you know, you have some people that's in management and let alone in leadership they'll believe any motherfucking thing a female to tell them without digging up the facts. You know, look what happened. Okay, check this out. Look what happened to this former wrestler in WWE, Enzo Amore. He had this chick accused him of rape and everything, and before WWE gathered the facts, they hurried up and fired. And I was telling a buddy of mine, I said, yeah, WWE will feel real stupid when they don't have any evidence or whatever, and he was falsely accused. And sure enough, that's what happened.
Yep.
So I just, that's fucked up. And then y'all fucking employees, look, let me tell you something. Don't be too quick to fire a motherfucker without gathering evidence, because you know you're gonna look stupid in the end. Okay, so, but we're done with that. NFL, NBA free agency, man, it's really underway. Looks like LeBron is kind of controlling the narrative again, but the biggest thing we heard with Paul George opting out from 20, I think it was like 25.7 million, and he re-signed with them for 4 years, $137 million to remain with the Oklahoma City Thunder. And I'm not a guy, Sam Presti, he's kind of like a guy that I don't know much about this dude, but Jimmy, maybe you can do some homework on. He planned this. I mean, I give it to him. That was smart. Him and Paul George planned the rumor about the Lakers. How smart is that? So they planned, they said they planned this all the way when they first got him. So I mean, I gotta give it to Preston, man. Even though with him getting rid of James Harden was a big mistake, and I felt Oklahoma City would have had them 2 titles. I mean, hey, that was pretty smooth on his part. He pulled the cool's coup, the ultimate cool's coup.
Oh yeah.
Shoot, and then Chris Paul, he resigned 4 years, 160 million. Nikola Jokic from Denver, he deserved that money, dude. 5 years for 148 million. He deserved that money, man. The first player in the NBA that's gonna have a triple double in 1 quarter. And then he finished with the whole game. And see, that's what I was mad about. ESPN didn't want to talk about this dude, but they wanted to talk about LeBron's accomplishments that night, about him having triple double. I'm like, wow, really? This white boy had showed out, had a triple double in one fucking quarter. In a quarter. And then, but then LeBron James finished with the game. Oh, that was better than what Jokic did. Okay.
Yeah. Well, in the NBA, you got a host of different superstars in the NBA as well. So, you know, it's probably like at least 20 different superstars in the NBA. You know, so it's so many out there to where you can get lost in the shuffle in the NBA. You could be averaging 30 points a game and people don't know who you are. This is how many superstars out there in the NBA. So, you know, like I said, he deserves it. I mean, any player that can make history like that, they deserve some praise. Uh, they deserve to get their money. And like I say, NBA players, get all the money you can.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Right, man. It's right, man. That's all I ask y'all to do. I don't want to hear about y'all being on ESPN broke or ESPN's dudes who went broke after leaving the NBA and stuff like that. I don't want to hear anything about that because y'all getting all this money, y'all getting all this leverage, and the thing about it, y'all getting guaranteed money. So I don't want to hear that shit about y'all motherfuckers broke and you got $100 million, $200 million contract for all these times. I don't want to hear that shit.
Thank you.
I don't want to hear
and
that
also,
shit.
And let's also add this. Kevin Durant, when I put on the sport, I posted in the Sport Talk group message. He signed a 1-to-1 deal, so it comes out as he signed a 2-year extension worth $61.5 million. He's gonna get $30 million up front his first year, and that $31.5 gonna be his option. So if he cash in on his option, he gonna get that. Then I think he's gonna get some money, and he's gonna get like something else after his second year. But I mean, congrats to him because he deserves his money. But and then Jimmy, like you said, about all these players on the NBA, like I said, I'm put like this. I don't want to see nothing about these NBA players and also NFL players on ESPN and hockey players and Major League Baseball players talking about they all here broke. Hell, what's worse is I don't want to see college players come out early and shit, not get drafted at all and don't know what the fuck to do. They don't have a plan B. And also, here's another thing. You fuck around, look at what's happened with Mike Conley. He signed a $151, $158 million deal a year ago. Man ain't played this year. He ain't played this year. This game, from what they said, with that Achilles tendon, he done suffered. He may not play at all for his career shot.
Well, with Mike Conley, I think the reason why they gave him that big ass contract was the things he did during the playoffs. Because outside of Zebo and Pau Gasol, he was a key guy during those playoff runs and stuff like that. I mean, yeah, Mark. I get those motherfuckers mixed up all the time.
Mark, but Grizzlies fans call him man, something else call him Mark.
I think
Mark something they call him man because shit. But I think, man, I'm gonna tell you something, and I mean jump off on them. Huh?
Go ahead.
Mark Gasol. Mark Gasol. But I didn't like the fact that this man basically alluded to the fact that he had a hand in having David Fizdale get fired. But I think Fizdale, he's gonna do good with that team in New York, man, and if given the chance. And if Phil Jackson is not part of that front office, because from what I understand, if Phil Jackson your boss, he gonna want you to run the triangle. He don't give a fuck about your offense. I think David Fizdale runs one of the best offenses, which we'll talk about in a minute as far as NFL goes, ever in the NBA. The man put himself on the map with his first year with LeBron. So, I mean, shit, a lot of motion. I mean, because you can't say, and then Grizzly fans is kind of complaining about how it was, but see, he implemented the grit and grind. He let them dudes be themselves, man. But just because you got mad at the fact, Marc Gasol got mad at the fact that David Fizdale told that man, hey, he need him to be more aggressive. He need that man to step up, be a fucking leader. you're gonna get the man fired. And then now the Grizzlies, and I'm telling Grizzlies fans, hell, Chris Wallace and Robert Perry has basically set y'all back to the Stone Age by hiring JB Bickerstaff. And big shout out to my boy Trey Murphy, who tried to control the narrative of me about the point on that, which is something you don't do with me, let alone with leaders in general. He gonna say that JB Bickerstaff had got the Rockets into the playoffs. I'm like, okay, he had a loaded fucking roster, and yeah, that's true enough. He had Dwight Chemistry Killer Howard, but it wasn't no excuse for them motherfuckers to be an AC as good as they were. So I still consider them not being in the playoffs on him, and really, he is not a good coach. And as my co-host Jimmy JSmoove said, anybody with the last name Bickerstaff, don't give a fuck if it's the granddaddy or the dad, they do not need to be on any sideline at all. And I felt, and I speak for the Grizzlies fans, I felt that Chris Wallace and Robert Perry, if he stopped worrying about that ubiquity ass company that he fucking run to be more involved in his damn team, I felt they should have got after two dudes that keep it real and give no fucks about what you say and don't say. And that's Jeff Van Gundy and Mark Jackson. They should have went after either one of them dudes.
Yeah, there's no excuse to why Jeff Van Gundy, even Stan Van Gundy, because Stan Van Gundy is a good dude.
Right. Stan on my props about, my props about a lot of fuck things. When he exposed the NCAA and when he clapped back, he was somebody that said on ESPN he had my business saying that he turned around when he heard about it, he clapped back at their ass and said, "It's the truth. Look where you at now." So and dude couldn't say nothing. He told the truth about the fucking NCAA, and then I think it was some football players that agreed with that sentiment. He said, "Yeah." Said people been trying to tell y'all that for years, man. I mean, hey, Stan Van Gundy, Stan Van Gundy don't give no fucks about what he say either. So shit. But it shouldn't be no excuse for the Grizzlies, man, to not pursue either one of them three guys, or let alone Dwayne Casey. But I don't think he probably would have wanted to move to Memphis. I mean, Detroit is more closer to Toronto than anything. So, hell, all he got to do is drive across the street. That's it. That's how close Toronto is. So, he good. But like Jimmy J said, man, all these young players out here, don't be signing up. If you play like this, you are how you play, okay? If you had a kick-ass year and you signed that extension, God damn it, you better play like that following year. Look at all these dudes in the NFL like Derek Carr. This motherfucker had a kick-ass season with the Raiders, and then he signed that fucking contract, then he wasn't about shit. Because stupid ass Jack Del Rio,
Weeko.
Yeah, Weeko let Bill Musgrave go. That was their best fucking offensive coordinator, and that man went to Denver, and he couldn't get his shit going because Vance Joseph motherfucking handicapping the damn offense. So, yep. Which I think they shouldn't have fucking John Elway shouldn't have fucking hired him. But I don't want to talk about the NFL in that regards. But hey, NBA players, get your money while you fucking can. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, and I'm gonna tell you something else too, man. If y'all just so happen to hustle the system and get you a little contract like Timothy Mozgov. Now Timothy Mozgov, your ass is slow. Let's just keep it 1,010. Your ass, a nigga named Mozgov has to be. But guess what? Mm-hmm. I'm not mad. Since you hustled the game, I'm not mad at you that you got your money. I'm not mad at you because you going up and down the court from practice for 80-some games for like 7 or 8 months. That could be a strain on your body. That's a strain on your body. So you putting in work, but if you happen to hustle the game and not be able to put in work on the basketball court. I'm talking about the real basketball court, not a basketball practice. You know what I'm saying? Even though I give you props for practice, but if you just so happen to hustle the system, take advantage of the hustle. You know what I'm saying? Just take advantage of the hustle, but don't fuck my team over too long now, goddamn. Because I will clown your ass. I will clown.
Now, I'm gonna tell you why he got all that money, though. Look, what was he in 2015? He was in the NBA Finals with LeBron. That's what kind of put him on the map. We ain't heard nothing about Tristan Thompson. And by the way, our followers, go check out our boy B.A.5. The sports impersonist. He has a new video out talking about Tristan Thompson, and it's spot on the fucking money what he does. So,
Trick Bitch Thompson.
Yeah,
Trick Bitch Thompson.
He
never gonna be Tristan Thompson again. He never gonna be Tristan Thompson again. He gonna be Trick Bitch Thompson for the rest of his life. His ass is fucking slow. Let's just keep it 1,010. He did that. He played well during that NBA Finals years just to get some extra money. And I'm not mad at you, but I hope Khloe Kardashian, Khloe take all your motherfucking money. First of all, you a bitch for leaving your ex-girlfriend for that motherfucker for a trash shit. And then you played like shit, and then we went to the finals all those years and get your ass beat. Help, have your boy LeBron get his legacy fucked up because you playing slow. You wanted to. I will point the finger at this motherfucker out of everybody. Now LeBron James, he do give up and shit like that. He's when people beating him, he started going soft. You know what I'm saying? I will say that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not I'm a LeBron fan. Let's not get it twisted. But I'm gonna criticize LeBron just as fast as I'll criticize somebody I hate. But Trick Bitch Thompson, your ass, I can't wait to that Kardashian take all your motherfucking money. I'm gonna be so glad the day she do that shit. Goddamn it, you a bitch, Trick Bitch Thompson.
Yep. And Jimmy, correct me if I'm wrong. His ex was a fucking gem. Beautiful, man. You gonna leave her ass while she pregnant?
Just like a damn nigga. Just like a goddamn nigga.
And then basically your dad, and then what made it so fucking bad, that's sad. Your dad, his own dad called his own son a fucking hoe. In so many words, that's sad, man. And he don't give a fuck. But you go on Trick Bitch Thompson's Twitter page, and this motherfucker quoting scriptures from the Bible. What? Nigga, take your ass on some fucking with him.
Man, I can't wait till Khloe tax his ass. I don't recommend white girls to come out there and take all the niggas' money, but that motherfucker, I'm gonna be like Loverboy once said, I'm gonna love every minute of it. God damn it.
Damn right.
Loving every minute of it. Loving every minute of it. Oh yeah.
Man, I'm just gonna say, I was gonna put on his Twitter page. I said, my message, Tristan Thompson. I said, I'm Trick Bitch Thompson. All I gotta say is this: don't say we were the ones to tell you so, but we told you so. That's all I'm gonna say. So, I mean, that shit there, man. I mean, but NBA, this gonna be interesting. NBA free agency period. NFL. I said a certain thing. I'm gonna talk about the NFL. This is something that alarmed me. So I read somewhere, man, and the report came out a couple months too late. 28 to 29 different NFL head coaches are trying to pick the brain of Oklahoma Sooners football coach Lincoln Riley about how he runs his offense. And then we got people that's acting like, oh wow, this would be something really good for the NFL. Let me tell you, idiot, something right now. Jimmy JSmoove will agree. NFL is a copycat fucking league. Okay. NBA is a copycat league also. Every offense that's ran in the NFL all originated from in high school and in college. You have, let me see, we make the countdown. You have the basic offensive principles in football. You have the West Coast offense. You have the West Coast offense, but it's broken down in 3 different ways. You have the Sid Gilman, Al Davis version. You have the Bill Walsh version. If you really want to hurt your brain on a lot of shit, you got the John Gruden version of it. You also have the run and shoot. You also have the
run and shoot.
You have the run and shoot version. You have the Army Navy. You have the Army Navy flex. You have the Army Navy Georgia Tech flex offense. the flexbone offense. You have you got a whole bunch of shit out there. You even have the Wildcat offense that, and I still call him a fuckboy for taking credit for Houston Nut that Gus Malzahn had perfected at Arkansas, that saw him have 1,000 yard rushes in his first year, and then also on top of that, he had a 3,000 yard quarterback in that year. And Houston Nutt took credit for saying he came up with that offense. Bro, that's bullshit. So, you know, and that pissed Malzahn off for a while, man. And then you see why Houston Nutt is not coaching now. You also have the ever so innovative, and I'll let you get to your point. Then you also have one of the best offenses ever created by legendary Nevada coach Chris Altman. That's called the pistol offense. And every fucking NFL team had to hurry up and get that done. So it's nothing new that. Let's not forget to mention you got the Earnhardt Perkins offense, and which is really has evolved too. You can run Earnhardt Perkins as a no huddle pass first offense, or a smash mouth, as Bill Parcells like to do, or whatever else. People, this is nothing new because everybody copies off of somebody. NBA is copying off all the college teams as far as how to, you know, get with tempo and all this other stuff. But and let's just keep it 1,010. You got a few NBA teams that can't get it right at fucking all. So with that being said, and I think really, as far as the NFL goes, I think the most innovative offensive coach there is right now, and Jimmy and I don't particularly care too much for him, is Hugh Jackson from the Cleveland Browns. I mean, anytime this dude come out with the Emory Henry formation and mix it in with the Wildcat, that's fucking creative. That's creative. Oh, yeah. That's creative. And also Sean McVay, because Sean McVay was smart because he put a trademark on his offense, meaning you can't borrow shit from me. And that's smart. And here Sean McVay ain't never been an offensive coordinator, coach, or football coach in his life, and come up with one of the best offenses that finished in the top 10, top 5, top 10 in his first year. Defense finished in the top 3. So I mean, it's nothing new about with these NFL teams copying off of everybody else, because the shit that you see that the pros try to run is what you see in college. Like, oh, okay, they ain't nothing but they going in the split back. Like when Drew Brees broke Dan Marino's record, I already knew what the play setup was, and the mother didn't believe. They said, "Damn, Craig, you right. Split back 689 hook," because he had Sproles run a delay route, and he went open and did a hook, did like a hook in route. Got the touchdown. Yeah, Marcus Colston run a post. I forgot the other two were Meacham. He did his little thing. He ran something in the mid. No, Derry Henderson ran the post, but see, he was covered. Robert Meacham, he ran the inside slant, and Colston went out on the fade. But when he hit Darren Sproles for that hitch, I said, yeah, that's gonna be a touchdown right there. Sure enough, that's what it was. Stuff that you see in the NFL, everybody doing it in college. Everybody did it in high school. So, and Jimmy, you was about to bring up a point about something about with the Malzahn, when Malzahn first brought the Wildcat. And I said Houston Nutt wanted to take credit for it.
Yeah, Gus Malzahn had created that offense from high school. Because he created that offense over in I want to say Prescott, Arkansas, which is in the Memphis area. He started that offense because he's from the Memphis area. He's from the Arkansas side of Memphis area. If you know where Arkansas is, you know what I'm saying, for those who's living under a tree. So he started that offense in high school. So for Houston dumbass Nutt to take credit for that fucking offense is beyond me, because I think from my understanding that Prescott team, I don't know if the high school still exists or not, you know, because they made a lot of budget cuts and stuff like that around the Crittenden County school system. But I digress. But his team was the first Prescott team to defeat West Memphis. And anybody that knows about football in Arkansas, West Memphis have had some pretty good teams over the years and stuff like that, especially the old coach out there that run that wing T out there. And his team was that coach was like, what the fuck is this offense? when they were talking about Gus Malzahn and his start, they had him talk about it, and because West Memphis used to run through Prescott, he used to run through every team up in Crittenden County, Marion, all those motherfuckers. And this dude had an offense that he's never seen before. I think they put up like 70 points on West Memphis, and that was fucking unheard of at that time. Because you didn't score points on the West Memphis Blue Devils like that. You didn't do that shit. And you know those dudes were good for years in football. You know, had a pretty good basketball team as well, but this is football. So, but yeah, they embarrassed West Memphis, and then I think that's how he got the job. He might have went somewhere else, but that's how he got the job over in Springdale, which is on the west side of Arkansas, near it's near Fayetteville.
Yeah.
And those Springdale teams was good. Because when West Memphis played that Gus Malzahn team again, and this West Memphis team's supposed to win it all, they went up against Mitch Mustang. Man, they ran the scoreboard up on their ass again. And he was like, "Oh, what the fuck?" He was like, "What the fuck?" Go ahead.
And I didn't mean to cut you off. When I first saw it, let's also not forget to mention Houston Nutt blackball had earlier put a blackball in on Gus Malzahn for him getting the Arkansas job to be his replacement. You know, so why you think he went to Auburn?
He said he put a black ball on
yeah, I said Houston Nutt blackball he blackballed Malzahn from getting the Arkansas coaching job when what was that, when he was about to get fired. Okay, he was about to get fired. And
that's right.
He already had the works, and he put in a bad word on Malzahn by saying about this, about that. See, that's why and there's a lot of people that know Malzahn and Houston Nutt had some beef, man. I mean, and the beef started when Houston Nutt took credit for Malzahn's offense that he didn't create. And really, I don't know what Houston Nutt's expertise is. And I'm telling you something, them old Miss teams that he had when he was there never produced a good quarterback at all. Period. At all.
Yeah.
And shit. And so when he went down to Auburn, he put his offense got put on the map. When I watched that 2009 Outback Bowl game against Northwest was keeping up with their ass, man. Because I mean, that was Jimmy. Pull it up. You want to see a shootout? If you want to see a knockdown shootout, shoot 'em up movie. That was a game. Because man, they were going right back at it, and then the fans were booing. The fans was booing them in the third quarter when the coaches had them to slow the damn game down. They were intrigued, man. I mean, that was and I was talking with my coworker about it. He said, man, yeah, he went to that game. He said that was a shootout. He said that game could have been like in the 50s and 60s. He said then they decided to slow it down in the third quarter. He said that pissed everybody off. But you know, like we said, man, it's on another offense that's gonna be hard to copy. Art Briles' offense. That's a different breed of cat. So, but man, you know, like.
Well, Kevin Sumlin copied it during his coaching tenure, but he added a little stank on it.
Yeah.
Kevin Sumlin. You know, he added a little stank on the Art Briles offense, but nothing like the original Art Briles offense, though.
Yep. Shit. All right, man. Woo. That bro, that's a different breed of cat. They'd be like, damn, before you can sit down, they score a touchdown. I'm like, what the fuck? I mean, because you got all these teams that come up with good ass offenses, man. The NFL, they try their best to copy all this shit, and it never works. But you know, Jimmy J and I, we do give credit where credit's due. I mean, even though Hugh Jackson, he said he rubbed us the wrong way by saying that coon ass shit months ago, about a year ago or months ago. But dude is offensive fucking genius, man. I mean, fucking the Emory Henry that he borrowed from Steve Spurrier. That's another dude that changes his offense up every year. He borrowed that from Emory Henry's offense from Steve Spurrier, but he put his little stank on it. He put a huge stank on it by putting a Wildcat package in. That was smart.
Yeah.
And
Hugh Jackson when he was the head coach of the Raiders, which I felt
Yep.
like even though he's a tap dancing, buck dancing, eyes bucking Negro, uh, he didn't deserve to be fired at the Raiders. I
No.
will say that because the way he put up points as the Raiders head coach, that was
Oh
he not
man.
only had like he made Jason Campbell. Jason Campbell was a bad
Relevant.
motherfucker, and then he had two good running backs. I think it was McFadden and Michael Bush who injured his way out the NFL. But
Yep.
that the system he had was some badass shit. And
Oh,
then
we.
he beat he beat San Diego for the first time in 10 years. I think the Raiders or at least a 10-game losing streak from my understanding. But it was a while before they beat the San Diego Chargers.
Yep.
Now the LA Chargers. But man, he didn't just beat them once; he beat them twice, and he whooped their fucking ass both times. And I was like, damn, this boy.
I think they finished 9-7 that year because they were close to the playoffs and Bush fucked around, got hurt in the last two games. They could have had a first round bye, but and that was on the same year Al Davis died too. But
And not just that, they beat they swept the whole division, the West Division of the AFC
yeah.
West, and they're the only team to sweep their division. I think they're
And
like
not
the
get the
second or
playoffs.
third team to sweep their division and not make the playoffs. Yeah.
Yep. Oh yeah. Also, photo plug of the day. Well, my photo of the day goes to me, and I got this off the Sport Talk. Shannon Sharp sitting in the couch with 6 different uniforms on, and him saying, "Be waiting all week for LeBron to tell me who my favorite NBA team is." But Skip Bayless earns my as you say, Skip Bayless say less. He earns the tweet of the week. I'm gonna pull it up. I'm gonna read it, man. I'm sorry, y'all. We jumped off on the NBA. He said this, and I quote: Paul George wanted no part of returning home to play with LeBron for the Lakers because he knows what the LeBron protected media does to LeBron's quote unquote health. Blames his co-stars long before he would ever blame LeBron. Pressure and expectations much lower alongside Russ and OKC.
Man.
I gotta agree with him on that, man. He telling the truth. But back to this NFL stuff, it ain't nothing new, people. So some of you people, hey, if he still got it up, oh shit, I forgot what that football blog is. But quote one of my Twitter followers, and he follows me. I got started interacting with him on the regular again. Big shout out to former University of Florida wide receiver great Jacquez Green. He even said the same thing. He said everybody runs the same concepts, same routing concepts, just different formation. He said sometimes when he look at what NFL teams get ready to do, he already know what's gonna happen. So it's nothing new. So there's nothing new about that. Shoot. Now, people, we finna get real. I would say that I said on the episode, what's this, episode 15? I said on episode 14 a couple weeks back that let's draw on something. See, this would have been episode 16 today, but 15, I had to deal with Comcast punk ass. I had to pay my bill. I went out of town to go see my mom. Okay, I gotta say I enjoyed it and everything. It was hot as a motherfucker. But now Jimmy and I drive a pretty good car, man, and I know been known for long. I got been heard to get a tune up and stuff like that. Okay, now Thursday and Friday, I left that Thursday afternoon at work at 12:30, right? Hello? Okay. I left at 12:30. I hit the highway. I touched down to Southaven around about 3, well, almost 3:45. They, you got to stop you got to stop taking, do your number 1 and number 2 run along, get you something to drink along the way. No trouble with the car going up there. Friday, didn't have no trouble going. Well, I really didn't go too much anywhere for that Friday when I was there because, man, in Southaven, it was so damn hot, dude. It was 105-degree heat index. And, was trying to hang out with moms and stuff like that. But we couldn't do it, so treated her, bought this we ate in. Now Saturday, now that Saturday, okay, I didn't have no problem, but I said I had to get a little cap, where the part in where you put your antifreeze and stuff in. No, people, not the radiator. You do not put antifreeze in the radiator. You put water in the radiator. I'm not gonna put no antifreeze in there, and I don't recommend that. And I don't care what it is, but it worked good with me. No, I recommend you do not put antifreeze in your radiator, period. The part where you put your antifreeze in, with the reservoir, the overflow. So I had to go down and get a cap for it. Okay, no problems, dude. None whatsoever. I had no problems, going. Man, all of a sudden, man, I get to Elvis Presley Range Road. My temperature gauge went from under a fourth of it being cool, like it always is, and that sucker just boom, just shot up all the way high. And I'm like, what the fuck? So I had to park it over there. Had to park it over there, little strip mall where the Dollar Tree and everywhere else where that Piccadilly and all the other stuff was. So I sat there, for a minute. I saw one of my old neighbors coming out. I talked to her for a few minutes. She had what was wrong with my car and shit. It ran hot. I was unexpected. I said, so I'm gonna let it cool. So let it cool off for about an hour. Now I'm driving, no problem. Then I get to heading back to Southaven. I get on Highway 51 the state line. Something started running hot. I'm talking about big time hot. I mean, it started running hot. The smoke started coming inside the car. So I had to hurry park this son bitch. Walk back to my mom's house. They had no problem. So I let it cool off about a good 3 or so hours and put some water in the radiator. I was recommended to get some radiator stop leak also. Okay, so I got that. Okay, no problem. Now, didn't go anywhere. I didn't go nowhere Sunday, but my brother-in-law that lives up there in Memphis, he came by my mom's apartment and we looked at it. So we went ahead and replaced the thermostat because the thermostat was sticky. Okay, went ahead and replaced the thermostat, no problem. All right, because I was supposed to hit the road that Monday. Get ready to hit the fucking road. Motherfucker ran hot on me when I got to Goodman Road and to home. On my way. Had to turn around, park that shit, let it cool off for a minute, and come on back. So, had to call in and do 2 call-ins. My boss had to turn around and use 2 vacation days I didn't want to use. Made the move to come back home Wednesday. Okay. Now, I get to Corinth. Yeah, it was a little bit slow, kept running hot for a few times and stuff like that. I get to Corinth. It started running major hot. So I went on here and parked that son bitch. And I said, man, fuck this. I'm calling the record to see how much it is if they can get me like to the state line somewhere, to Alabama or whatever. Because Iuka, I wasn't gonna make the Iuka where it was. So I told him, I said, hey, I'm in Corinth and I just need to go to and some just told me just get it from Florence was like the closest city to Huntsville, right? I don't even know if this man's still there. Jimmy.
Oh, I muted myself out. That's all I did. I wanted you to continue on, sir.
Oh, okay. I know. So I called a record of Corinth. Just give me like across the state line in Alabama. It was $300. Okay. But and then I had to use that $300 to make my car payment. I said, well, okay. Well, hey, desperate time call for desperate measure. I gotta get my car at least back to across the state line in Alabama. Okay, so I had my called the old lady up and asked her if she knew anybody that can if she knew anybody in Florence, because she asked me where I was gonna park the car, and I told her Florence. I said I couldn't think of Tuscumbia because I ain't know where I could put it in Tuscumbia. Something told me to park over in Florence. And by the way, let me give props to the general manager at that Hampton Inn Suites in Florence, Alabama, for letting nothing happen to my car, let alone somebody being called me to take it. So, hey, the general manager and his staff, they are the real MVPs on that one because they helped me out in a way. They really looked out for me on that ordeal. So I called the old lady up, and then I said she knew anybody. When she asked me, she said, "Well, you got any?" Said, "Where you gonna park your car and you can't get into Huntsville?" I said, "Man, it's gonna cost me like $700 to bring it back from Mississippi to Huntsville." I said, "It's got to be somewhere closer to it." So she was like, "Okay, so when you got it now?" I said, "Well, it's in Florence, Alabama." Okay, so the choir director at our church lived in Florence. Okay, so she explained to him, she called and told him I explained to him what was going on, and then she never got back to me. Now, mind you, she was in vacation along with her side of the family in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. All right. So then she called, I didn't get no response back or nothing. So I just told Rick and I, we were talking, we was on the way, he parked there, and blessing in disguise, there was a damn Applebee's like right next to the fucking hotel. So all through that ordeal, man, you know, my ass at that time, I could have been home at the time eating and chilling, getting myself ready for work if my car didn't have problems. So had me a few beers, ate me something, and I told the old lady, I said, "Hey, call your daughter up, see if she might come to pick me up." And matter of fact, and then I'm leaving something out, and I was trying to find out where the guy was, the choir director that lived in Huntsville, and I made so bad, Jimmy, I was gonna pay this man for his time and on his gas for doing this favor for us.
Yeah.
The nigga said okay, and so he told the old lady, he said, "Well," and let me know the last minute, said, "Well, I'm out of pocket." I said, "Oh, okay." And he didn't get back to me, didn't text me or nothing. So then I find out from old lady said somebody he didn't want to do it. I'm like, "Oh, okay, well, fuck him then." You know, damn, I'm gonna pay your ass out of my time for your time out of my pocket to drive me an hour and 20-some minutes from Florence to Huntsville. Or you could have just texted me back and said, "Craig, well, I ain't able to do it." You know, so can't fuck them. Can't fuck them on that ordeal. So old lady had her daughter pick me up. You know, I put some I put it in, and then she took me to work, picked me up back and forth, say, thank you for the trouble and all this other shit. Now, as far as getting it back, you asked, so let's say it like this. I did get it back. I got it back last Wednesday because I had to borrow some money to get it back. And big shout out to Roadside Towing and Auto here in Huntsville for bringing my car back safe and sound. See my Facebook post on that. And it only costed me $175.
Yeah.
That ain't fucking bad. That ain't bad.
I'm so glad your shit didn't get stuck out on the road out here in Houston, because they quick to tow that shit out here. I mean, that's one thing about Texas. They tow your shit. That's one of the few things I hate about here, but I love it overall. But like my homeboy that lives with me, he has had 3 cars towed out here. Like he had to leave it on at a gas station. He had to leave it on the middle of the road, and them bitches will tow your shit very fast. He even had a rental car towed. Stop on in the middle of the interstate, man, and he had to have some assistance for somebody to push it off the interstate and shit like that. And man, he had to leave it there because he had to get some gas. And the next thing I know, somebody just tow his shit, man. You know what I'm saying? They tow shit quick, man, and they'll make you pay an arm and a leg to get that shit back too.
I heard Texas don't play about a lot of shit. So, and I would have had my shit back early if I had some cooperation from a friend or somebody's. How can I'm trying to think of a word.
If somebody had been tactful about their situation.
Well, I'm trying to think of that, and then also, if this person if this acquaintance of my old lady's was more tactful and considerate, okay, but that's why I said this is a precursor of something that I'm going to talk about on your show. And by the way, since I'm off on the 4th of July, I mean we can do a live on that Tuesday on your platform, discuss all what need to be discussed on that. That's if you don't mind. So
no problem there.
Okay, So this person called this person up, okay? And you know, I asked him, I said, well, man, I said, well, hey, you got a I said, well, hey, I need my car towed from Florence to Huntsville. So I said, well, Florence, that's about what I said, it's about an hour and 20 something, about an hour and 20 minutes away from Huntsville. So okay. He said, dang, okay. Now I know that this motherfucker got a one of them tote those you know the dollies that they use for towing. I know he got one of those motherfuckers. He along my old lady gonna tell me that I need to fucking look into U-Haul to use their dollar. And I'm like, because the time I get a number like $40-something. Jimmy, first of all, what the fuck would I need to rent a damn dollar for $45 fucking dollars?
Exactly.
Okay. So I'm like, okay, and I'm just thinking to myself, I'm like, okay, I know this motherfucker got one of them tow dollars and shit. And they ain't gonna turn around and ask me. He said, well, I was gonna let you use my truck. I was like, dude, I don't know how to use a fucking dollar. I said, look, man, I don't know how to use it. I don't know how to use maneuver that dollar. That's why I called and asked you. So then he tells me, he said, dang. He said, well, I know, I know a partner of mine, he do all that tow truck thing. I talked to him and y'all get one another to see it. So I'm pretty sure he don't mind doing it for less charge. And I'll see if he can do it. Cause see, he even went out his way to try with the dolly, and the dude told him at the U-Haul, he said, hell, if you go and tow the car back on that dolly, that's not gonna be any shit. The car and the dolly gonna weigh more than the truck total. And said you're gonna do some wear on your transmission. So he couldn't do it then and there. And then that's what he told about this partner of his that do all the tow trucks and shit like that. I said, okay, cool. I didn't even hear back from the man. I even texted the man and told him, I said, hey, I'm at work. I'm unable to talk right now. But I was just calling to touch base with you if you made contact with you about the guy that you know about, they had the tow truck. No fucking response. I said, you know what? Fuck it. No, fuck it. I said, you know what? Fuck this shit. And I already know another question in between there is, do I have roadside, I had managed to put the roadside assistance on with my insurance and everything. So yeah, even though it's a little bit $2 more on my payment, I don't care. As long as I need it. So that's why I just said, man, you know what? Fuck it. So, and I was conversing with my mom about this shit. And I just said, I just get tired of motherfuckers not just niggas in general not wanting to go out their way for somebody else, but won't mind going out, won't mind going out the way for folks that they know, and whether it's they sloppy seconds or any motherfucker else. I mean, I'm just sick of it. So, and then now she said, won't you just see? So now, and some just told me to call around, Google affordable tow truck or records in Memphis. So in Huntsville, excuse me. So that's when I had them. I called Roadside Tow and I asked them, so how much do y'all charge? They said, well, with the first tow truck company, they said they charge like $4 a mile. So with Florence, with Florence being 74 miles out from Huntsville, 74 times 4 is 61. That's 290. That was $290 something. So I was like, well, shit. I think she said $4 a mile, $4 a mile. I don't know which one, but just give me that. So when I called these other people, they called these other folks, they said $175. I'm like, wait a minute, $175? And the lady said, yes. I said, yes, sir. I said, well, can y'all do that with a debit card right now? I said, because if I do it right now, somebody will be there. Somebody would be there to get it and put it down. They said, well, we take cash on. Okay. So yeah, I'm like, damn. I said, okay, so hey, I had money, I had money in my bank account. So I just went ahead and I borrowed it from a lender. Okay. And because somebody on my ass want to know where I get the money from. They thought I borrowed it from quote unquote one of my tricks of bitches that's up there in Memphis. No, it ain't your fucking business who I bought it from, because if I tell you who the fuck I bought it from, you fucking go crazy and bought money your ass can't pay fucking back. So hey, I just feel like this here. It ain't your fucking business where I bought it from. That's what I told this person. It's just being real straight up, because they weren't even trying their best to help me get my car back. So why I felt like, why the fuck I gotta tell you what I do? You know, that's how I was feeling. So I borrowed that. Dude came right on, and the dog was barking. And then I saw the record pull up, and I gave him $175. He said, shoot. He said, man, you got in on a good deal. He said, I know we normally charge other people like $250, like they further out from Huntsville. He said, but with Florence being closer than it is, like between Madison, Florence, and Tuscumbia or whatever, he said, yeah, this is a good deal, $175. I'm like, shit. So come to find out, man, I poured some water in my radiator. I got a nice little leak in my radiator, a little crack in my radiator. I got to replace that radiator. So I been pulling up YouTube stuff on how to remove it and get all that done. Because really, I don't feel like going out of pocket paying some fucking body. I'd rather try to do it myself. Because motherfucker, if you got the part, they still want to charge your arm and fucking leg plus extra for the labor and shit. So yeah, that's a good thing. I got my car back on my own. So now I just need a fucking boost off, and you got folks here that don't even fucking give me a boost. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna call roadside assistance, tell them to give me a boost on my shit. I ain't got time for this, man. So, and it just go to show you, man. Hey, folks that say they supposed to help you, they don't want to take fucking time to help you, but they rather go help they sloppy seconds and everybody else, or as I say, if you ain't part of they fuck with you click, they ain't gonna fuck with you at all. Yeah. So I thank God that my car's sitting up here and not anybody has offered me a helping hand and shit. Nothing. And then it was told to me that my side of the family wouldn't help me out on shit. That's bullshit. So yeah. So that's why I said to them folks, to the folks that don't want that, still don't want to help me, fuck you. Thank you, fuck you, kiss my ass. I did that shit. I did that shit on my own. But man, anything you like to add, man?
Man, that's very messed up, man. That's all I gotta say, man. They supposed to be your people that they supposed to fuck with you. Yep. So it is what it is. So I mean, that's supposed to be your people. You got to look out for one another, man. And that's a major problem Black people have, is we don't look out for one another, man. Not even our own family and stuff like that.
Nah.
I can't say my family is good about helping each other.
Yeah.
We don't do it as often as we should, but if we able to help a motherfucker, we will, man. But for the most part, in general, Black people, we got to do a better job of it. That's all I got to say, man.
And I agree. Like I said, my side of the family was helping me out more than any goddamn thing, man. Yeah. Shit. And then really right now, hell, I'm scared to put that shit out I'm scared to put that shit back. I'm scared to put that shit back on the road,
Yeah.
Because like I said, I mean, people, hey, some folks they act like they don't feel like they want to take the work. Look, I'm taking my time out of my schedule and paying my money to pay you for your time. I don't need you trying to tell me the fuck I need to get off my ass to do. If you want to help me get my car fixed, come on with it. If you don't, shut the fuck up.
Exactly, I totally agree with that.
I mean, just shut the fuck up. And like I said, man, big props to my stepdaughter, man, for doing that for me. Yeah, she did me a favor. I ain't said nothing bad about her number, man. The mother folks, man, fuck them. They wasn't even fucking trying, man. Them motherfuckers wasn't even trying to fucking help me. Then folks want cop attitudes. Dude, I got two ways I gotta tell people. I even told this one guy at work one time. He worked me on night side. And I said, look, man, you got a fucking attitude with me, dog. You just, I said, hey, you got two options. You got several options. Leave that shit at home, or you stay the fucking home with it. Or my third option is I'm gonna beat that motherfucker out your ass. Cause you ain't gonna have one when I be kicking your ass.
Yeah, boy.
Shit, I ain't got time for this shit. Like a lot of people look at me and say, "Oh, Craig, he ain't gonna do shit." Okay, I knock you on your ass. You better fight fair too, because you want to go to unfair round. I'm really going unfair. You better, I'm like this. You better fight like a man. You a chick, hey, you better be swinging like a man too. I ain't saying I ain't gonna hit no female, but hey, they put their hands on me. They got, like Whoopi said, they got a right to get their ass knocked off.
Yes, sir. I agree.
So man, anything like that on the show, any boxing news before we sign off?
Well, with boxing news, I'm still waiting on this Deontay Wilder fight to happen because it's been so many knick-knack, paddywhack shit going over there in the UK to where Deontay Wilder's getting frustrated. He clearly wants to fight against Anthony Joshua, but promoter Eddie Hearn, as I call him, promoter Dookie Germ Hearn, and A Juice and J, Anthony Joshua. I call his ass Adina Joshua because that boy's just a straight coward, man. How the hell you gonna be 200 plus pounds and be scared of another 200 plus pound guy? And the thing is, Anthony Joshua is bigger, much fucking bigger than Deontay Wilder. I think Deontay Wilder walks around the same way as Mike Tyson did, and Mike Tyson wasn't that strong of a guy. You know what I'm saying? Which why if you clinch Mike Tyson a couple of times, he's gonna wear down because he's a short dude. He's 5'9", 5'10". Some people projected him at 5'11", but he's a short guy. But Deontay Wilder is the same weight as Mike Tyson in his prime. When older Mike Tyson, he became bigger, but the prime Mike Tyson, he's about his size. So how the hell you scared of a guy? Basically, you're bigger than. You know what I'm saying? Now, of course, Deontay Wilder is taller, but this dude is scared of a guy that he could easily clinch him out and wear him down. You know what I'm saying? You're 200 plus pounds. He's 200 plus pounds. You scared of this man? You scared he gonna knock you out? And the thing is, the fight is an even fight. On paper, it's an even fight. You know what I'm saying? He's not much. Deontay Wilder ain't more skilled than Anthony Joshua, but yet he's scared of this dude because of that Alabama slammer or the right hand of Deontay Wilder. So to boxing fans out there, if you're listening to this, man, put pressure, even UK fans, because shout out to BWTM Sports. If I got your sports channel wrong, please forgive me, but he's out in the UK. And my boy Zeke, they're one of the few guys that's like, man, what the fuck is going on? You see Zeke a lot in my chat and stuff like that. So with that being said, guys, you UK guys that are Anthony Joshua haters or even Anthony Joshua fans who see what's going on, call up to Matchroom Boxing. I call it crap room boxing because there's a lot of crap in that office room of Matchroom Boxing. Call that motherfucker Eddie Hearn out and call out Anthony Joshua. Go to his social media and harass the dude like, hey, we want to make the fight. You up here talking about some of these, fanboys are talking about, well, Anthony Joshua is the A side, and we don't give a fuck about that. The man, Deontay Wilder, already said on record he would go anywhere. He would go to the UK. He would cross that pond just to knock you out. You know what I'm saying? And then what's the kicker of the whole thing? And I mentioned this on your show before. This dude's team. Now, Deontay Wilder, please note, he does not have a promoter. He's a free agent. He's an independent contractor. But his manager, Al Heyman and Shelly Finkel, who's also managed Mike Tyson and Evander Holyfield, just to name a few. He managed quite a few people. So he's in the Hall of Fame. But these two guys alone has put on the biggest fights in history. Those two guys alone have put on the top 7 biggest pay-per-view fights in history. So these guys had came up with $50 million. Here's the thing. The Anthony Joshua, who is the A side, You know what I'm saying? Anthony Joshua was gonna get 50 million up front plus pay-per-view revenue. Now, follow me. He not only gonna get pay-per-view revenue in the United States of America, he's gonna get pay-per-view revenue in the UK as well, which is Sky Sports. I think he's got a contract with Sky Sports. So let's say he does 1 million pay-per-view buys in England. Most likely, Deontay Wilder's not going to get a cut of that UK revenue. However, it's going to be split 50-50 down the line on the United States pay-per-view revenue. And you know that fight is going to do about 1 million, 2 million pay-per-view buys because these are two heavyweights. These dudes have the biggest knockout percentage rate in heavyweight history currently, actively. You know, both guys got a 98% KO rate. So this dude is so scared of Deontay Wilder. He's scared. He's so fucking scared that he turns down $50 million. And no fighter has turned down anything more than $40 million. The Manny Pacquiao turned down $40 million. But this dude is the biggest duck in boxing history. You can't get no bigger duck than that. You're going to come down to the UK and make money, and you're going to make money in the United States. Even if it flops, he still walks away with 50% of the revenue. You know what I'm saying? So I'm saying to UK fans, Deontay Wilder fans, or even Anthony Joshua fans who are realistic, because I know the fanboys, some of those fanboys is not going to be realistic. Call these motherfuckers out, man. Because Deontay Wilder, you know, he's over closer to your way in Alabama. He clearly wants to fight. He's been saying it all day. He said, hey, I'll take whatever y'all give me as long as y'all accept this in the rematch. But these guys are so scared that they scared of money, goddammit. They scared, you know, if a motherfucker with the punching power that Deontay Wilder has, that could possibly knock me out. I'm gonna take that $50 million and run. And I'm gonna be like Frank Bruno over there in England. Hey, I got my ass knocked out, but I'm $50 million richer getting knocked out. Plus $100 million. He have the opportunity to make at least $150 million. You know what I'm saying? After he get through paying promoters cut, which will be probably anywhere from 13 to 30%, but I know their promoter cut is different in the UK. He gonna walk away with at least $150 million. So the dude is scared, man, and we gotta call that motherfucker out, man. And I'm ready to see the biggest fight in boxing, which is Deontay Wilder versus Anthony Joshua. So guys, keep on getting on them boys' helmet over in the UK because they clearly scared, man. But that's with that, man, in terms of boxing and stuff like
that. That's it. Yep. Yeah, well, I don't have much to say, man, but only thing I am making an announcement is possibly I'm going to talk about some things on Jimmy J's show live Tuesday. Time to be determined. But I'm going to say this: what I got to talk about, I'm not going to share the link to it on Facebook because this is going to be, if you put it like this, it's going to be very candid. And he's giving me an open platform to speak out on something. On some things that I can't share on here because I got some Facebook friends that follows Lester on something as well. But what I'm going to share something on Jimmy J's live Tuesday night, and that depends on depending on if he doesn't have to pull him a 13 to 14 hour on that day, which would be totally understandable because we both won't have to work on Independence Day. But I promise it. Go ahead.
I'm off Independence Day, so I'll be able to do a live stream on Independence Day. It's the day before Independence Day. That I will probably have to pull a 14-hour shift though.
Okay. Yeah, it's let's just say this, let's just say I'm just gonna say this. I don't never share anything like as far as my personal life goes, but I was gonna have to share it on another platform because it's just some things I'm just gonna have to get off my chest about what's going on. Because like I said on this live stream, the stuff that happened me trying to get back home was the precursor to what's going on now. And just gonna spoiler alert, Jimmy JSmoove, he's gonna say some things I may find offensive, but hey, I don't care. It's gonna be what it is. So yeah, all the followers on Jimmy JSmoove's network, stay tuned for that. That's all I got. That's all I got to say. And like some shouts out, like I said, big shout outs to, well, like I said, Ticket TV. You know, he's been reporting some good stuff, and then he had a very eye-opening video last Monday about grown ass children, about these grown ass children still living with their parents and shit. That was very eye-opening, and it really what it was, man. He said some pretty good things on there. He even got on a few folks they be taking up for these sorry motherfuckers, man. You know, if you like, just understand, like if you 25 years old or something or whatever, like he said, if you a grown ass man, but you staying at your parents' house and you paying their rent, okay, you off the hook on that shit. You taking care of them. But if you ain't doing shit, yeah, that's a problem right there. So that show Monday, man, and it was very eye opening. It was very, but nothing on that, but that's the only shout out I gotta have. Jimmy J, anything you like to say before closing off?
Okay, first off, I want to give a special RP to the patriarch of the Jackson family, Joe Jackson. He was actually originally born in the Forest. He was born in Fountain Hill, Arkansas, and he lived in Forest City until he was 12 years old and ended up in East Chicago. I'm actually going to do a live stream in the next hour. I'll send you a notification about that, but I'm going to get into his life. I'm going to put a lot of things from Wikipedia and a lot of things that I know because I had family members that's born around there, and there was a strong possibility that I could be related to Joe Jackson because there's only 3 sets of Jacksons at that particular time he was living in Arkansas. So don't get too excited because I don't know. I'm gonna have to do some real extensive research that's gonna take a lot of time out. So that research is because there's only 3 sets of Jacksons that was living in an Forest City, Arkansas area. And everybody knows everybody because I do have a family member. Her name was Glenda Jackson, and we don't know if that is the same Jacksons. But I'm going to go into his life extensively. I'm going to be talking from Wikipedia as well as some of the things that some of my family members know about him and stuff like that. Because I do have family members that did know him, but like I said, we don't know for sure. That was always in question that if he was related to them. But I definitely want to dedicate that particular live stream. I may go on an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, however long that I need to explain.
Right.
People have a misconception of brother Joe Jackson, and he was a key to their success. But those ass whoopings, some was legit and some was a little overboard, and I'm gonna explain that too. That too, and where he got it from because it's interesting where he got it from, and it's a lot of things again that people didn't know about. Overall, he was a good father. He whooped their ass into success, like my old school guys would say. So stay tuned for that. It's definitely gonna be today. My intoxication that went away, so I'm gonna make sure. I'm gonna speak from the survival scrolls, and then I'm gonna speak from actual facts as well, outside of the Wikipedia survivor scrolls, because I got the Wikipedia, so I have shit that I actually know, that's researchable. So we definitely gonna do a live stream about Joe Jackson. Stay tuned. You're welcome to join me if you want to, and do an interview about that as well. I'm also, as a matter of fact, Jackie and his daughter, Brandy Jackson, who's related to the Jacksons for sure. She actually follows me on Instagram. Both of them follow me on Instagram, by the way. You know what I'm saying? So, and he's definitely a down to earth guy. You can pretty much talk to him and stuff like that. So definitely special rest in peace to brother Joe Jackson.
Most definitely,
that, you know what I'm saying? They're very sad situation. But like my old grandpappy used to say, you know what I'm saying? Hey, you got to go at some point, and he was a fighter until the end. He was so hell bent on dying in peace that he didn't want his family to see him because they're so used to him being strong. Because I'm gonna tell you, and I ain't gonna give too much of the precursor away to the show, but I'm gonna say this: those kids were scared of him until his deathbed. They had fear in Joe Jackson to his deathbed, but they loved their daddy though. No matter what happened, they loved their daddy though. And their daddy it was a big inspiration to them guys. They can't if they lost their millions of dollars, it wasn't his fault. You know what I'm saying? Shit, hell, it was their fault because they fucked it off. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I'm gonna explain that on the live stream later on. I'll make sure I give you a heads up before I do anything on that. And
Okay.
I just wanted to honor the guy.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, I'm definitely tuning in on that. Yeah, and also people, on another note, the season premiere of Power is tonight. So if any fake, and so I'm telling all these Facebook folks, look, shut the fuck up, because I don't want nobody spoiling Power every 3 to 5 minutes. Like this is Twitter. Because when I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna be like what Charles Barkley said after LeBron lost the NBA Finals. If any motherfucker about to get on Facebook and want to post spoilers every 3 to 5 minutes, put up status updates about Power, I'm gonna tag you on this Facebook status update. I'm gonna chew your ass out. We don't need to know shit. We got a television for. We got a television. If people that have to work, that sadly have to work on Sunday nights or whatever, DVR that shit. We can and then we can come back home at a later time and watch it or whatnot. But I'm telling you this, I'm gonna chew your asses out. If you go on here on Facebook or on Twitter and posting up these fucking status updates and shit about Power every 3 to 5 minutes, I'm gonna tag your motherfucking name on my status update and I'm gonna chew your ass out and I'm gonna tell you thank you, F you, have a good day. Let us watch Power. Period. Let us watch it. Let us watch it. We don't need to know shit what's happening every 5 minutes. Ghost getting on his knees, getting ready to chew out Tariq. Another status update. Tariq ain't saying shit. Let us watch it. We don't need no Power spoilers, period. Before the damn shit even go on. God damn.
Oh yeah.
We don't need to know that shit. As my boy Mercy said, we don't need to know all that shit and shit.
Like the UK, my UK people, we don't need you chatting shit about fucking Power.
Thank you.
Yeah, baby.
Thank you.
You don't need to be talking shit. You're talking shit. I want to watch Power. You're talking shit.
We don't need nothing. And I'm gonna put it on Facebook. If anybody be like how what Sam Weiss did about what he did in that Cincinnati Cleveland game. If anybody decide to throw, point the bum out and throw his ass up out of here, I'm gonna delete your ass. I'm gonna delete your ass off my friends list on Facebook if you fucking do that shit. And I ain't being petty, but I'll put your ass on blast. But if need be, I will take a break from your ass. Yep.
Oh yeah.
But other than that, y'all, like Jimmy JSmoove said, stay tuned for the because more likely, because normally YouTube will let me know when he's going on live. Stay tuned for that special tribute that Jimmy JSmoove has planned today for Joe Jackson tonight, and also stay tuned for his show on Tuesdays. As I will go unfiltered on some things from the aftermath from my Southaven, Mississippi trip. But other than that, once again, thank my boy Jimmy JSmoove representing 832. Y'all know how he do. This is Craig Smith II, born and raised in 773. Real one, and maybe find a new chain, and maybe find a new zip code in the 256. Stay tuned next week. Don't know what I'm going to plan for next week, but other than that, stay tuned for next week's show. Other than that, enjoy y'all 4th of July holiday. Brief break from the 4th of July holiday, and peace out.
Peace out, everybody.